When your best thinking, your best ideas, everything you've done in your life has got you to this moment. Now, to take yourself to the next level, you not only utilize what you've done, but you utilize what other people have done. It is your responsibility to expand your mind. Hi guys, it's JT here and welcome to the JT Leadership Podcast, brought to you by PMG, a podcast where I take everyday leadership challenges, simplify them and provide you with the tools, all for one outcome, to create a positive impact in your life. In today's episode, I'm going to be discussing an area of leadership which I feel is overlooked. This area applies to everything we do. It applies to our behaviors, our decision making, the connections we build, the language we use, whether we're adaptable or not. Everything I've discussed in this season comes under this one element. So without further ado, let's get into Season 1, Episode 9, The Power of Experience. As always, I'll be answering a series of questions to help break down this difficult idea and make it simplified, and then provide you with the tools so that you can go on and make a positive impact in your life. Question 1. Why is experience a core area of a leader? And what are the elements of experience? Question 2. How to use the experience you have? Question 3. How to use the experience you don't have? And then finally, question 4. What are the benefits of utilizing experience? Everything we do is based off the experiences that we have. Everything that you've done previous to this day has brought you to this moment in time. All of your experience, all of your best thinking has got you to this moment, this position that you're in. However, if we only listen to our own experiences, we limit our potential. We limit our ability to understand and move forward. Early in my career, I thought that everything I did was right. I thought that everyone had to listen to me. Oh my, how was I wrong? Only after a few years I realized that I am not right. Other people have better ideas. Other people have been through my journey. They have lived this. They know how to solve these problems. They have done this. They're successful. There's people I don't even know who have done this and are successful. These are the people that I need to be learning from. I was stopping myself from learning from other people because I was so focused on my experience, that all of my decisions and judgments were based on what I knew. And sometimes this created a negative preconception due to the fear of the unknown. If I didn't know how it was going to turn out, I wouldn't do something because I've never experienced it before. Often these experiences lead us to see the bad in every situation. I'll tell you a little story of this example. I surprised my wife on our anniversary and took us rock climbing. Part of that rock climbing, so the first bit, was to abseil off the edge of a cliff. Now, if you've never done this, it's an incredibly powerful and breathtaking experience. Now, bear in mind that my wife is afraid of heights. She was terrified to do this. She had never done anything like this before, and just the mere thought of walking off the edge of a cliff, doesn't matter about all the ropes and the harnesses and the guide and the trainer who tells you what to do, she's not doing it. Now, fortunately, we were part of a group, and in that group, there was a 7-year-old child, and he was also terrified. But he did it. We all cheered him on, and he did it. I then looked at my wife, and she looked at me back, and I said, well, you have to do it now. You can't be shown up by a little kid. And then she did it, albeit she was terrified. But when she got to the ground, she was like, this was amazing. This is an incredible experience. If I remember back now, I think the first words when she saw the cliff were, why the fuck did you bring me here? But at the end, she loved it. And that is the power of experience. It provides us with new ideas. It can open up new possibilities, new doors to feelings and experiences that we never thought possible. Which brings me on to what the two components are. The two components of experience are experience that you have and experience that you don't have. Like I explained in these couple examples, the experience that you have is everything that you've lived that brought you to that moment in time. And yes, you might have experienced some amazing things. However, you've got to that moment, and that is your best thinking, your best experience. To take yourself to the next level, you utilize the experience that you don't have. So how do you use the experience that you have? Well, adults learn the best from experimenting. Just like the story of my wife. The only way she could gain that experience and gain that understanding, that feeling, that learning was to do it, was to abseil off the edge of a cliff. She went from terrified and fear to happiness and joy. It wasn't only her. I was feeling the same thing. I'm not afraid of heights, but when you're first leaning off the edge, it's a terrifying feeling. You look down the 100-foot cliff and think of all the bad things that could happen. But then you do it and you gain that experience. Halfway down, you're like, wow, this is incredible. And then how do you use the experience that you don't have? Well, the first step is to be open and understanding. You need to be aware that there is more to life than just what you know. There is so much out there in the world today. So here are a few examples of ways that you can expand your experiences. Reading books, reading blogs, watching YouTube videos, Instagram videos, Facebook videos, going to workshops, masterminds, seminars. There is so much available to us now that there wasn't before. It is your responsibility to expand your mind, expand your possibilities, create new doors for you to walk through. So what are the benefits of utilizing your experience and experience that you don't have? Well, for one, it reduces mistakes, and this is a key element. Why spend years of feeling pain and hurt, learning and failing again when that experience is already out there? For example, this podcast, I've spent 10 years getting to this point so that I can share this information with you. If you decide to ignore the tools and the value that you're getting from this podcast, is that your decision? It is. And if you make a mistake, will you blame someone else or will you take accountability? If you take accountability and go, actually, now I've learnt my lesson, I'm going to go learn from other people. Amazing. That's another benefit of using experience that you don't have. Being self-aware, being open and understanding, which creates positive outcomes. And importantly, when you learn from other people as well as yourself, there is an increased display of confidence and leadership competence. That is why experience is so powerful. Okay, wow. So again, we've covered a lot of great value there, a lot of tools simplified so that you can apply them to your daily life. As always, let's quick summary and recap. Let's go through the questions. Question 1, why is experience a core area of a leader and what are the elements of experience? Question 2 and 3, how to use the experience that you have and don't have. And then question 4, what are the benefits of utilizing the third core area, the power of experience? So we've answered all these questions. We've gone through these and I hope you've taken notes. If not, go back and listen to the podcast again. The key points to take away. Experience comes in two forms. Experience that you have and experience that you don't have. We need to tap into both because your best thinking, your best ideas, everything you've done in your life has got you to this moment. Now to take yourself to the next level, you not only utilize what you've done, but you utilize what other people have done. And doing that effectively will help take you to the next level, create a more positive outcome for yourself and others, ultimately making you a better leader. I hope that the information and the value that I've shared with you here today will make a positive difference in your life. It has made a huge difference in my life. And as I mentioned earlier, I've spent the last 10 years going through the pain so that I can share this information with you. This information can make a difference in your life if you decide to implement it. I feel privileged that you have given your time to listen to episode 9 of the JT Leadership Podcast, The Power of Experience. I look forward to speaking to you soon in episode 10, The Power of Taking the Lead. Thank you very much for listening. This is JT signing out.